Welcome back, explorers, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Laughing is curious about another person's heart, Rhal is not affected when gravity flips, Squash is embarrassed, and Zaltanna gushes over her beautiful wife. The Nymph of Love and Treasure gives the team good advice as they make their way through the further defensive puzzles in order to get to Liana and complete Rhal's heart quest. Puzzles that include flipped gravity, dark corridors, and sharp-toothed door levers. Exactly how big was the Wharf of Fate? What is Liana's family doing here? And who or what would keep a sarcophagus in Bellum? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die. You find yourself at the end of this narrowish corridor. You can see that, the floor is exactly how it was. Looking behind you, it's nothing but pure darkness, pure magical darkness. Ahead of you, there is a door with no handle. To one side, there is a statue face, mouth wide open. The inside of its mouth is somewhat darker than some of the other ones that you have looked into previously. Magic Hand has gone in and just, nope, not happening. No handle so far as it's concerned. So what would you like to do now?
Remind me, had we tried lighting up the hole with any kind of just magical or non-magical light?
I don't believe so, because I think all of y'all can see in the dark, so, up to like 30 feet, 60 feet, whatever it is for dark vision, but...
Yeah.
Did you try pushing it instead of pulling it?
I didn't get that far. My hand just kind of disappeared there. Right?
Oh.
Well, not my hand, the magical one. If my hand disappeared, there'd be a lot more screaming, probably.
I'd at least be quite upset.
Do we have a candle? We could throw a lit candle in there.
Yeah, just like basically anything that just has light on it.
Oh, wait. Can anyone here make magical lights?
No.
That's beyond me. I've only got illusion.
Let me see.
That's a good question. Can I?
That's Griff's.
I forgot that I have magic. I should open Roll20.
Oh, fuck, yeah. God damn.
Nobody's referenced it.
You guys are the worst. What are we referencing?
I say as
I love all of you.
Okay, I have the cantrip light. Yeah, actually, I can make magical light. When I was studying magic, I didn't have the... Yeah, so let me just grab a pebble from around here, and Squash is going to grab any random rock he can find.
I have minor illusion.
Yeah, that won't do light.
And Lafayette, can you do another mage hand?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Squash is just going to grab the rock tightly in his grasp and he kind of squeezes it for like a good second. And then when he opens his hand again, it's like radiating light. It's radiating kind of pale green light.
Oh, cute. So we're going to get nothing but night vision. That's what I'm feeling. Could you link the spell, please?
So?
I have my ring so I can see in the dark. So I could stick my head in there.
No.
And see what's in there?
Rhal, whatever is in there destroyed the magical hand Lafayette put in there. Please do not put your face in there. I know your face isn't literally made of magic, but I'd still prefer to not take that chance.
No, but...
Oh, I am magic now. I forgot.
But maybe do it.
No.
Oh.
What would happen? What's the worst thing that could happen if one of us put a limb into the door area?
We lose it.
If you're magic. If you're not magic, then we don't know that. We don't know that.
But you asked the worst case scenario, Zaltanna. That's the worst case scenario.
Okay. So the magic, we know that magic things get lost in that. What if we like throw a rock or something?
Is it a magic rock?
No, we throw a non-magic rock, and then
we know.
We'll know. Well, we can't do that right now because the GM's not here to tell us what happened.
I think my plan was at least just to place the magic rock in into the mate's hand and let it like just kind of slowly float in so we can get a better idea of what the fuck happens. Worst case scenario, somebody loses a limb.
No, thank you.
I'll do it if I have to. Like, what's a limb?
Genuine question, did we ever just try to push the door?
No. I'm pretty sure there was actually like a thing on the wall that was like, there was a mural or something on the wall we need V to re-describe.
Yeah. No, wait, was there a mural in this one? I remember there was a mural in one of the rooms, something about like not taking gold and stuff like that. Felt kind of Aladdin-y.
Well, that was the it wasn't don't take gold, it was the creepy ghoul lady.
Oh,
the statue lady.
The water nymph, yeah.
We might not have passed the gold place yet, though. It might be coming. We just know that we were going to run into a place where we shouldn't take any treasure. But I'm not sure that we've come across a temptation.
I think that may have been a reference to the nymph lady room. Like, if you touch her treasures, you're dead, or she will attack.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I think everything we saw in that room applied to the nymph lady room. I think, but I'm not sure. Again, future Neil, feel free to delete all of this.
You're a nymph lady room.
I
walked away for 2 seconds and I needed to make my presence known.
Okay, your light spell is a cantrip, correct?
Yes.
So that means it is below level 2.
It's technically level 0.
Yes, okay. What are you doing with this pebble?
So, Squash is going to place Squash is going to place the pebble into the magic hand that Laffian's going to create, and we're just kind of slowly float that fucker into the hole, I think.
As you float this cantripped spell, this pebble into the darkness, as soon as the pebble touches the edge of the magical darkness, the spell is dispelled.
Along with magic hand?
It's not technically a magic spell, so no. No, it's also only light that is dispelled by darkness.
Okay. All right.
Well, that was enlightening. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. We're in a really shitty place. I wanted to lighten the mood a little.
Oh, come on.
Let's stick my head in there and see if I can see anything.
No, Rhal, wait.
No.
Someone throwing shade. Okay, I'm done. Rhal, what are you doing?
No.
Where are you sticking your head?
No, Rhal, it's clearly a magic spell that causes darkness. I am assuming that it will not be dispelled by shoving limbs in it. Can Squash know the spell darkness? I guess is the question.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be referenced somewhere in like, it's like a fairly basic spell for,
one book or another.
Warlocks and wizards and sorcerers and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah. It's a spell that crosses a magical area of darkness. So even if you go into it, it's still dark.
And you can't do magic there?
You should be able to do the magic. That's the part that's kind of confusing, I guess. But
you would know that darkness dispels light magic.
Yes.
So a spell that creates light below a certain power threshold, the darkness will dispel it. But if the light had more power to it, it would overwhelm the darkness. And that's along the corridor, which is where I understood you were floating your pebble.
We were floating it into the corridor. I thought we were looking at a face.
Yeah, into the corridor.
Oh, okay. The face hole.
The way I explained it, you were floating the pebble into the corridor, which is behind you. And then there is the darkness in the statue face.
I thought we were working on the statue face.
Yeah.
Okay, you definitely said corridor though, so.
I find that highly questionable because I have not thought of the word corridor. And I was confused when you said the word corridor.
Okay. As you float your mystic hands into the mouth of the... As you float your mystic hands into the kind of darkened area of the statue face, the pebble kind of disappears, and so does the mystic hand, exactly the same way as it did before.
Okay, so...
Now do I stick my head in there and see what's going on?
Okay, question.
I'm going to ixnay that by saying that the opening is only as wide as a mouth, and you cannot fit your giant scaly head in someone's mouth. I would save everyone from that.
Important question, V. When the hand and the pebble did the disappearing thing, did we hear the clatter of the pebble falling?
Nope.
Oh, I don't like that.
Try throwing it.
Well, no, let's hold on a second.
Squash grabs another pebble.
Grab more pebbles.
I think one pebble is enough. I'm not going to scatter shot against the face. I'm just going to chuck one pebble in there.
It's like the one time I wish I had like a stick or something stupid.
I have bow and arrows. Not bow and arrow. I've got my crossbow bolts.
Oh, wait a minute. I have one of Benno's broken arrows from God knows how long ago. Hang on a sec.
One he shot you with?
No, Benno, not Talvin.
Oh, okay. Right,
I was thinking Talvin too. I was like, that's a weirdly...
That's what happens when there's two elven rangers that we know at the same time.
Yeah.
No, Benno's arrow from when we were trying to track him in the swamp and all that, because he went ahead to that whole thing.
Yep. Yeah.
Lavin's going to take the arrow out and just slowly try to insert it into this seeming void and see what happens when he pulls it away.
As you push it in, you feel like a massive resistance, like you're pushing through like a thick membrane, like the little membrane you get on an egg. We try to push it through that. You kind of push it through, and it just feels weird and funky. And then are you trying to push it all the way through?
No, he pulls it out.
Yeah, you pull it out, and his arrows are not magical, are they? No, they're not. You can see that the kind of the head of the arrow has degraded, as if it's been exposed to too much seawater. You can see that the wood has begun to rot and fall apart.
Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't want to put my hand in that. I don't know if that's aging or if that's just corrosion or acid or...
I'm going to say y'all have been around Rhal long enough to know what acid damage looks like. It's not acid.
So it's either corrosion or aging.
That's rough. That's real rough.
Ew.
I don't want to put my hand in there.
Maybe we don't have to.
Don't put your hand in there.
Let's look around.
If it's aging, that's not a big deal for me. If I take up the mantle of timekeeper in the future, basically I'm gonna be frozen in time at that point, so it doesn't really matter much to me.
Do I have this?
I don't know. Did you guys remove that for some other thing?
That's a great question.
That is
I don't think we did.
Because I got rid of the thing that gets rid of sickness, but not aging. I don't think we messed with the aging thing. We got rid of the sickness.
We did not mess with the aging, as far as I remember. It was just the sickness-related one.
Oh, that would work then.
Rhal, you don't need food or water? I've seen you eat.
I don't need fingernails, so I'm going to poke it for sure.
Oh my god. For those folks at home who couldn't see what was linked, Neil just linked Timeless Body, which is an ability for monks.
So if it's aging...
You can't be aged magically! Oh, mate.
I think that was the intention here, V.
Fuck me.
And this is why nobody likes playing D&D at high levels. full of this shit.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke it.
Can you put your hand into it?
No, just my fingernail, V. Just the fingernail part that I don't need a whole lot.
Yeah, basically, as soon as you push your fingernail into this darkness area, you get that feeling like you're pushing through a very thick membrane, and it feels cold. You don't get a lot of sensations on your fingernail. Really, it's a fingernail. But as you kind of pull it out, you can see that it kind of, the second that it's completely out of the membrane, the darkness area of it, it just kind of breaks down into dust. Wait, no, your fingernails wouldn't. It's part of your body. You pull it out and it's basically exactly the same.
Okay, well, this is Rhal's curiosity. He doesn't know that he can not be aged magically. He does not know this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, your fingernail comes out intact, but it does, when you put, your the rest of the pads of your fingers on it, it does feel, slightly, cold.
I don't know. It feels weird.
I'm surprised that it didn't do anything else to you.
Maybe we're okay. You should reach your hand in there.
No, I'm quite all right, Rhal. Thank you.
I think it's fine though, for real. It's just really cold.
Rhal, this is your challenge. You tell us.
I mean, if it's just... It did weird things to the arrow.
Right. It didn't do weird things to him, though. Rhal, what do you... Stick a pinky in. Nobody needs their pinkies.
What? Maybe I do.
What do you use your pinky for, Rhal?
What are you playing?
Drinking
the flute?
tea.
Yeah, Rhal, what are you playing, the flute?
I need them for... That's like a fourth of my punches.
Wait a minute, Rhal, are you telling me that you punch things with your fingers? You just go 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second.
He's just jabbing them with his entire hands. He's not been punching this whole time.
Rhal, I never thought I'd have to say this because you're a monk and you'd punch really good, but do I need to teach you how to punch someone?
Do you not know what a fist is, Rhal?
They're just empowered slaps, that's all.
I'm thinking there's a Naruto character that fights by punching people with their, straight fucking fingers.
Oh, you're thinking of the Hyugas. Neji and Hinata.
Yes.
Yeah, because they do the chakra blocking thing.
I may have watched some Naruto bullshit earlier.
So how do you all want to progress?
Well, if Ralph's not sticking his hand in and it's just cold, then Squash is gonna volunteer. But
Okay.
I guess my question is Ralph genuinely just gonna let the rest of the fucking crew throw themselves on this grenade?
No, he doesn't know it's a grenade. He'll do it. God damn it.
Oh, right. You don't actually know that you have gained the ability
I have no idea why I am special here.
Rhal doesn't know he's a monk.
Rhal is just Rhal.
Okay, Rhal, you're going to bite the bullet and put your hand in the pinky finger?
Very slowly, and he doesn't commit all the way. He's pulling it out from time to time before he actually gets in there.
And then you poke your finger through. You push your finger through into the darkness, and again, it just feels really cold. There feels like a strange effect happening on your finger, but it just seems to not affect you as you pull your hand out.
Okay. If he's comfortable, he'll commit to feeling around and figuring out.
Finger by finger, knuckle by knuckle, hand goes into the kind of statue mouth, into this darkness. And as you kind of begin to feel around and you pull it out occasionally, your hand is not affected at all.
I die.
Your hand is unaffected. As you put your hand further inside and you kind of begin to feel around to feel if there's a handle, you kind of go right up to where your elbow is, and then you feel what feels like a handle, something you could pull, something you could twist.
Or just being a child.
Fuck off, you guys do that on
pull-
purpose.
Freezes any other way.
I pull the handle.
You gotta put some some like 70s porno music behind that scene.
I was
Please.
gonna say, Arch, you should have just let me keep going and then just, for the love of God, just a little bit of like sexy sax underneath that.
You pull the lever and the door next to you opens. You pull your arm out and absolutely nothing has happened to your arm.
See, y'all were scared for nothing.
No,
It was fine.
Rhal,
No, if one of us pulled it out, we would have had old
I'm gonna make an assumption here that you have something special about you, Rhal, in this case. This,
I have magic.
yeah, you have a lot
Can
of
make illusions.
You have a lot of special things about you. Laffian's talked about it before, that you seem to be following some kind of a traditional path, even though you're not doing it intentionally, maybe spiritually. This may be connected to that.
Manipulation of life energy as opposed to tapping into magical energies or other things of that sort.
So now darkness can't hurt me.
Rhal, you're already friends with a specter. I don't think that darkness would be able to hurt you regardless at this point.
Squash is looking
Maybe
at
it's
the arrow
better.
and just like, does darkness normally do that?
Squash, at this point, I stopped questioning it.
Yeah. I was about to say, don't question anything anymore. Just life is happening at y'all.
Squash, don't make V have to explain the actual workings of magic in this world.
Very complicated formulas that look suspiciously like some of my advanced mathematics for engineers. They look real rough.
I thought it was just a napkin that says, because I say so, signed the DM.
Magic.
Thank you for coming to my class on Magical Study 101.
Yeah, it's magic. Here endeth the lesson.
I will not be taking any questions. Thank you.
Your homework, spell magic. That's it.
P.
The door next to you just pops open. It opens just a small amount. There is coming through kind of like the little crack in the door. You see this kind of like faintish, like kind of pink lavendery-ish light. Just, it's what you get.
Oh, let me just scout ahead a little bit, guys.
Sure. Go ahead.
Squash is gonna quietly and stealthily peek around the door.
You peek around the door. I would like you to make a perception check, please.
No.
I don't know why I'm asking. I know the result, but I want you to roll it anyway.
Perception has been rolled.
If I can make you use your luck, I will.
25.
25. Okay. Before you is a small square room. Ahead of you, there are 4 doors. One made of wood, one of bronze, one of silver, and one of gold. Each of them, you'll be glad to hear, has a handle. You also note that the floor is kind of like a very dark wood covered in some sort of resin. So like there's lots of like wood on the ground, but it doesn't have the grains. It doesn't have like the separations. That's all been filled in with something over the top. From your position, you can see that there is a lot of writing that has been carved into this like wooden floor underneath the resin, and the walls themselves are just kind of this kind of like very smooth and yet dark stone. Yeah. That's what you get.
Squash is gonna just go back to the team, which is like, it looks safe enough, but it looks, it's another little room, so let's just take it slow. Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, Squash is not describing the room because I'm assuming you guys are gonna see it in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a small room, so the 4 of you can kind of, it's a little bit tight,
Like you're definitely going to be a little bit within each other's bubbles. Yeah.
I guess we walk in.
Yeah. Squash is going to point out the writing in the floor to the team as we enter.
Who can read any languages?
Rhal understands them. You can read. No, he only understands them. You're the one who can read and write.
Let me...
If you're focused for it, yeah.
Double check that. Yeah, I can gain the ability to read and write a language as long as I can... Well, I basically just have to swap my focus.
Yeah.
You might not need it, but just in case. There's a very specific thing that's happening. I just need to read.
I don't like that, but okay.
I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Is it common? I can read common.
I can read common, and I don't think I can read that.
And halfling and gnomish.
How do you know that?
Strangely.
Oh, right. Yeah, you know halfling because
The
of
apple.
the
apple.
Oh, right.
The golden apple.
I remember.
Yeah, back when you first joined us.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. Look at us now in metaphorical hell.
Ain't no metaphors here. We're just literally there, buddy.
Not enough Satan.
No,
True.
I apologize. There's nothing written on the floor. They just need to be arcane runes.
Okay.
So I had to go back and check the specifics of this. Yeah, sorry, I apologize. On the ground, there's just a lot of magical runes. They seem to be overlapping one another, and there's just a lot of them. Other than that, 4 doors, slightly glowing room, wooden floor.
Do I see any kind of pattern or theme to the magical runes?
Take an Arcana check, please.
Sure thing.
Look with your magic eyes.
Oh, damn, boy. Rolled a 14, so 22.
My bad.
Are the runes on the floor?
They're like underneath
Yes.
the varnish.
I just didn't want the floor to have like the wooden feel under it. I want it to be nice and smooth, like, a proper slip hazard. That's what I wanted.
I'm imagining like resin or epoxy covering like wooden floor.
Yes, exactly that.
Maybe it's a dance floor. We're supposed to dance on the runes.
As you dance, the colours change. So this represents like I think it's called the trolley or whatever it is. We do that thing where you move your arms around like that in front of you. I don't know what it's called. I don't dance. I don't know. Where's Bemi when you need them? Okay. Looking on the floor, you can tell that there are runes for abjuration. You can tell that there are runes for evocation.
Oh boy.
And transmutation.
Abjuration, evocation, and transmutation.
Yes, but they do. I'll give you on the 20. You get 25?
Yeah. 22, sorry.
Okay, then.
No, okay.
Nah, fuck it. You would know. These are definitely separate spells. They don't work. They're not like components of one big master spell here to destroy all. No, these are individual single spells that have just managing to be laid down on top of each other without affecting their magics.
Okay, so we've got runes here. They're most likely parts of spells. I'm seeing abjuration, evocation, and transmutation. And I'm seeing them as 3 separate things. Now, I'm just going to make the obvious assumption. We have 4 doors. I'm assuming there's 1 spell attached to 3 wrong doors, and then 1 right door that will get us out of here. Assumptions. It might be that the right door has 3 spells on it, and the other 3 are just locked permanently.
And if we do them at the same time?
I would prefer not to. I prefer to not maximize our chances of failure.
One of those runes is evocation. I'd rather not explode, thank you.
One of those uses transmutation. I'd rather not be turned into a frog again.
Why not? I hear it's pretty fun.
Note, frogs.
Squawk.
I'm now like in my head, like I don't even know what abjuration magic is. Like it's such a
abjuration is defensive. It's protection.
Oh,
So, like, mage armor is a good example.
Okay, yeah. It's probably offensive versions, but yeah, I get what you mean. All right. Should I do detect magic?
I think you might run into issues with that.
Yeah?
I think this is more a job for identify if you've got such capability.
No, that is not something I've managed to learn. I should.
Identify is a good one.
Rhal has exhaustion, so he can't help y'all with anything that requires rolls. That's why he's loopy. And also because it's fun to play him like this.
Trying to shove his head into a tiny hole, yes.
He's tired, leave him alone.
Moving closer
He's
to the doors.
puzzle champion.
So that bit. I'm sure we can stump Rhal with a square peg and a round hole. Like, on normal days, that would just be like a 3-minute puzzle. Today, he's stumped.
The worst.
I want to move closer to the doors. You said bronze, silver, gold, and a wooden one?
Yep.
Was there any writing on the doors themselves?
Nope.
All right. Moving carefully closer to the doors. I want to just inspect at least. Let's just go for the wooden one.
Take an investigation roll, please.
All right. I rolled 24.
Yeah, these are... There is something magical linked to every single one of these doors. All 4 of them.
Oh.
Like, you can just see, like, oh, there's a tiny magical identifying marker, like, hidden in the list at the top, or this one's hidden down in this area. They're all magically marked.
Oh. All right. Throw away my original suspicion. All 4 doors are magical. There's not a correct door, per se, that doesn't have magic on it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is one of them good magic, though? Or are they all bad magic?
Let me consort with my thoughts. Thoughts? Are any of the doors good magic?
Is this a philosophical question? I mean, an offensive spell used by someone defending themselves, I guess, is a good spell.
Is a good person doing a bad deed a bad thing?
Philosophical debate aside, let me see.
Rephrase the question so it's less vague and open-ended. Can I tell the evocation, transmutation, and the abjuration spells in the Can I tell if one of the doors isn't evocation? Let's phrase it like that. That's the most outward offensive one.
What did you get on your Arcana roll? 25?
22.
Is there a line of redstone going from each of these rooms to a door?
I'm going to say, not quite. I'm going to say, based on the fact that Demi is an evocation sorceress, like to her freaking core, you're going to recognize the signs of evocation magic.
Okay.
Like a goddamn fingerprints. You would tell... Let me make sure. Did I do this the right way around?
I hope so.
You can tell that the bronze door has evidence of evocation on it.
Okay.
And make an argument. You either get to know which one is transmutation or you get to know which one is abjuration.
I'm going to make an argument for abjuration because I think transmutation is... it's not an offensive skill, but I think Squash probably feels that...
Yeah, I volunteer for that one. Unless they can transform you into being dead from alive, I think that one's pretty okay.
But I would kill everyone dead. Okay, you want to know abjuration.
Transmuting you from alive to dead.
The silver door is the one that is marked with abjuration magic.
All right. You can actually tell that the bronze door over here, you can tell the runes are kind of angular. That's usually a sign of evocation. And the silver door over here, you can see that like it's got a lot of like swivelly curves, which is usually abjuration. It's more flowy. I don't know how to explain this. It's very intuitive once you understand the purpose and the point of the things. So yeah,
Force itself to write notes about what this looks like.
I like flares like this. So I'm a
No, I love it. It's fine.
Squash, my magic tutors back home would be having a field day with you right now.
I am sure somebody out there can tell me that I'm wrong, that it's actually the other way around. But this is like, I don't know. There's like a sense to this. It's like when you feel you're being watched, even though you don't know how you know. It's just that like kind of presence in your brain that tells you.
Oh, I know all about those.
Okay, you're the worst person to talk about this too. But I get you. Okay, sorry. That was maybe insensitive? I don't know.
If it was, I took no offense.
Glad to hear it. All right, so yeah, the silver door's got abjuration on it, so that would most likely be either protecting the door from being opened, or it might be an outward-facing spell. I'm not sure, but that would be our easiest guess. Now, I don't know if both the other door have transmutation on them, or what's going on there. I just don't have a good feeling for that one.
I mean, usually abjuration is the safest of the lot.
I was going to say, I'm willing to take a chance on it, and then go, Zaltanna, would you like to open this door? But that's such a
Lord
bullshit
of the
thing to
doors.
say.
Lord of the doors.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to take it, but it's just such a bullshit thing
What's
to do to somebody.
behind the door number? Which one is this be?
I think that's a good hypothesis. Zaltanna, please, after you.
But just say it. I'll fucking do it, dude. I don't care.
I know. Like, I agree with you, Laffy, and I think silver door is probably the safest bet. I'm not seeing anything else here that could indicate which door is the right door or the safe door, unless has there been any reference to 4 doors or anything like that?
But at least I haven't purposely put this in.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Just wanted to make sure one of the murals in the other rooms didn't happen to have 4 doors and then like a big X over the AU door.
Well, there is a big dark corridor with a bunch of information in there, but...
Yeah, but you put magical darkness in there. There's nothing we can do about that.
I know. I was seeing if you had a better light spell, but obviously not.
No. Nobody
I didn't go that route.
daylight if they're not fighting vampires. It's a useless spell.
We couldn't put any
It
more
is.
door in, or we would be infringing copyright. But
Squash, what's that ring you have? Why do you keep calling it your precious? Stop it. It's weird.
No. I can't do a sneaker voice.
Future Neil, I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell we're on.
We're all giggly today, and it's great.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
The hallway, it's got magical darkness in it. I've got
Right.
Dispel Magic. It's very powerful. It's going to take, like... If we get into a fight later, I'm going to be slightly less useful, but then again, I shouldn't be throwing a lot of spells in fights. But
That's what your bolts are for.
exactly. We could go... Sorry, my thoughts just notified me that there was a hallway we never explored, and we couldn't give that a go.
okay, darkness can't hurt me. So
Oh, God. No, Rhal, please don't think this is what you need to take away from this.
Darkness imprisoning me.
I love this so much.
By the way, I've been trying so hard to be in character, so I'm not being silly.
So that's the name of the episode, right? Is I Touch the Darkness?
Darkness.
Or no,
In the
I Fist the
shadows?
Darkness. Excuse me.
No, you can't.
Why not? Rhal
Put the
did it.
word fist into a title. It's uncouth. It's lewd.
Okay. So you want to dispel magic on the magical darkness in the corridor?
Yes, I want to try that.
Okay.
Dispel Magic is a 3rd level spell, so anything of 3rd level or lower is automatically dispelled.
Okay, perfect. Yes, absolutely. Spell slot used, please. And you notice that, the corridor slowly dissipates the magic away as you build yours, and it slowly is taken up to pieces as you reverse the flows of all the things.
So
You notice that as it clears, that one side of the wall is basically covered in books, the same way that most of the other ones have, and you notice that as you were using your dark senses or whatever it was to walk down the corridor. And you see that painted on the spines is a depiction of 4 different doors. No, I mean, they can colour it in, whatever. You see, like, wood, bronze, silver, and gold doors. At the wooden door, you can see that painted in the centre is what looks like a sheep, crudely drawn. You can see that on the bronze door, you can see that there is what looks like a cage. On a silver door, it's just a hole. Like a person-shaped hole that just extends into the books themselves. And you notice that on the gold door, there is a pattern, a rune, which most people would easily be able to identify as like a standing teleportation circle.
We wouldn't want to open the one with the sheep. That would be bad.
I'm putting Rhal down. I'm putting Rhal down. It's for everybody's betterment.
No, this is his trial. At least
You are the worst.
at least we haven't done.
I like that that's your reason not to kill Rhal. No. This is his episode. We can't kill him right now.
Yeah, let him go through his trial. The only the people judging our trials or
Come
whatever
on,
can.
Squash. Open that door. Don't be sheepish.
It's okay. If Rhal dies, I do have a plan. I have a
That
backup
was a
plan.
really bad joke.
Are you guys just going to keep ramming more of them in here?
No.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, do you look at the time? You should probably open that door.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
All right. You have your clues. Do what you want with them.
Okay. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so moved right now. Why am I saying I'm sorry? You're the one who started it.
I don't know. I don't know why you were apologizing. But I
because I'm
accept it.
I'm trying to get us back on track.
Thor. It's totally fine.
Thank you for your permission, Neil. Okay. Clearly, sheep, wooden door, transmutation. Cage, evocation, I'm not sure I follow what that would mean.
I think I know what that would be. That would be most likely a very wondrous spell that was used so memorably once before recently.
Oh, yes.
By a certain asshole that thought it was funny to lock me up.
I remember.
It was funny.
No. Absolutely
keyholes
horrible
for that one. Okay.
It was
Then
a
we
little
have.
funny. That's Casey, not Zaltanna.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you.
Then we have whatever the silver door means, just like a giant human-sized hole or a person-sized hole.
Let's say person-shaped hole, because it's definitely not person-sized.
Yeah. Sorry, you're
yeah.
right. Shape is the right
Not
word.
at all.
I don't know why I used size. I'm not sure what that one means. The gold teleportation. So we're left with the teleportation one could take us to the beginning of the dungeon. It could take us to a different room. It could take us to a good room or a bad room.
Take us to Cicero.
Under normal circumstances, that would be an improvement of our lives. That might genuinely be why somebody would go here to try to get teleport to Cicero because they're done with Bellum and it's bullshit. But that's not our purpose here. Sorry, you set me down. Genuinely, you set me down a different path.
Squash or spiraling.
Yes. Is it What do you guys think? Like, my gut is telling me person-sized hole because teleportation can't be used maliciously. person-shaped hole.
I don't know nothing about magic, so I'm gonna leave that up to you guys.
It's not a bad line of reasoning.
I think I might also just be trying to be clever. Like, teleportation would usually just mean, like, this is the teleporter to the next part. But
technically, doors are just teleporters from one room to another.
No,
So-
that was Rhal. Rhal.
Maybe that's the puzzle.
I so want somebody to just feed.
Okay, so
Rhal.
give it to me again. So we have the wooden door is sheep.
Yes.
The bronze door is
Cage.
the cage.
Mm-hmm.
The silver door is the person.
Shaped soul.
And what was the gold?
Teleportation rune. There's
So who's
also
going
another
to be
thing.
the sheep?
No, it's not going to be the sheep.
It's the safest one, though.
I think I'm just getting too clever for my own good. Like, I think teleportation might just be the right answer. But I like, in my brain, everything tells me gold is always a lure. It's always there to trick you. Like, you're never supposed to go for it.
Is teleportation magic part of abjuration? Or is that a different school?
Let me think about it for 3 seconds while I write it into the thing.
The teleport spell itself. Oh, hang on. I actually better double check the actual what it actually is. Hang on.
Teleport is conjuration.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Teleportation circle and teleport. The other one. They're both conjuration.
Teleportation sounds fine to me, I would think.
Yeah, I think I'm just getting like I think I'm just getting caught in a loop of like good and bad, how I'm being tricked.
But if it's teleport and it's not good, then it just wastes a lot of our time.
Yes, and we don't want to waste time. That's very right. I don't have a better reasoning. The only thing I can bring up now is that there was no mention of conjuration in the floorboards, which, like, I think would lend its credence to it being the right one. It's the odd one out.
Fair argument. Rhal, what say you? This is your shit.
I don't know. I have a belt. I can change it to whatever kind of damage. So we can put that on whoever opens the door.
Teleport damage.
Are we going to?
I believe
do
your
the
belt's
teleport
attunement,
one, or-
so it'll take an hour.
Yeah, that's attunement.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I don't think you can defend yourself against teleportation.
You just have to dodge the teleport magic. You just
With you two with your ridiculous like dex abilities, I'm not putting it past you.
I think golden door. I think most logic points towards that.
So if one of us goes through that, we can, and we're teleported. Can someone contact us to ask
You know
us
what?
where we are?
I've got an idea. Let me put an anchor point down here. So
Okay.
if by some chance, if we're teleported somewhere still roughly within a mile area, at least, if it's a really bad place, we can come back.
Yes. Dumb question, Laffian. Does it cost you more power to teleport more people using that?
Not really. I mean, it's a very minute amount of energy just to put the anchor point, and then
Yanking
teleportation doesn't cost any more or less than it would normally for me to do it.
with more people.
Oh, no, if I need to do more than if I have to do more than the group of us, I just make the portal, the big cube.
Okay. I was just thinking if you wanted to go ahead, be a scout in this case, and basically if you don't use your anchor point to come back in 10 seconds, we'll follow you.
I can do that if you want.
It makes a little sense to me.
Sure. If I don't come back within 10 seconds, then come after me and hopefully I'm not dying or dead.
Don't worry, buddy. It's only 2 turns. What can go wrong?
Sure, yeah. What could go wrong in 2 turns? Yep, I'm just going to put down an anchor. Yep, so he puts down an anchor. So I'll mark off
absolutely, you can do that.
I'll mark off the sight point.
If it teleports you into fire, is that evocation?
If it teleports me into fire, I can at least give myself resistance.
You want to run my belt?
You can't stack resistances.
Are you gonna argue that if it teleports you into a sheep, it's fucking transmutation? What are you talking about, Neo? What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
It just
I have resistance to sheep. I'm a World of Warcraft player.
Neo's just answering this stupid fucking spell to sheep. That's the golden door, and everybody's super confused.
Resistance to sheep. I have crowd control immunity.
All right. So, are you all walking into the room when Laffian does this? Are you going to stay in the corridor? What is your plan position-wise? It may be important.
I'm waiting at least 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm. So the plan is to send Laffian ahead, and if he hasn't teleported back in 10 seconds, we will follow him. That would be the sign.
I meant, are you staying? I need the physical places of where the three of you are going to be.
We're going back.
Like, are you going to be in the room with him, or are you going to stay in the corridor?
Yes, we're going into the room with the golden door, the 4 doors. Mm-hmm. I see no reason why we wouldn't all be there. And then Laffian's going to touch the door after putting down anchor.
Okay, perfect. Anchor positions. The three of you positioned in the room. Laffian in front of the gold door. Do you want to utter any prayers first, or
Spectre.
Zaltanna, I pray to thee, give me blessings that I don't get utterly destroyed going through this door.
Oh, thank thee, Lord of Doors.
Oh, Lord of the Doors and bloody vengeance. We're expanding your domain. Bless me upon mine entry upon this golden door.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate,
You're blessed. Go open the door now. God.
I feel blessed. Your curtness makes me feel blessed.
Feel blessed. You put your hand out on the handle. It's cool and smooth, like gold. Moment hesitation, you open the door and you pull it. On the other side, there is a small kind of what looks like broom closet. It's really small. Rhal would have to pick up his tail and really tuck it in to get into this room. And you can see that there is what looks like a very typical teleportation circle on the floor. And you can feel in the air that there is it's primed. Stepping onto it will get you to where you need to go.
Okay. Teleportation circle in the room. Wish me luck.
see you in 10 seconds.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay.
One small step for Elf, one giant leap.
The second your foot touches the ground, all of you see that he just kind of shrinks into where his navel is and he just disappears. Hi. It's been a while.
Am I dead? I'm dead, aren't I?
How you doing?
Oh, you know.
No, you're not dead. You find yourself very, very, very far from where you were. You are, I'm sorry, way beyond that mile.
Okay.
You find yourself in a cavern. You actually kind of recognize this place from the vision that Yol shared when all of you stepped into the rift at the world's end. You recognize the bioluminescent plants. You recognize the kind of standing stones that are on this kind of island right in the center of this. You recognize the kind of low-hanging mist and water that is on the ground. As you look around you, you can see all these plants that are growing across the ceiling and across the ground, and there is no other light source than the bioluminescence of the plants that you're staring at. The plants are kind of glowing, kind of pinks and purples and blues and greens. At the very center of this kind of, look, I'm going to call it an island, but it's not really an island. It's like low water, like puddles and mist on the ground. In this kind of raised section in the middle, like sort of between the standing stones, you see that there is a woman that you recognize as Liana. she's being held aloft by the vines that are wrapped around her arms and around her legs. You can see that her head is tipped back. She has grown horns that just kind of curl upwards and back. You can see her fingernails are long and elongated, and her feet have turned into hooves.
Oh.
She looks different. Her chin is much more angled as well. You can see that she's being held in place, and she's obviously visibly wincing in pain. You also see what looks fairly familiar to you. It looks like one of the passing portals that you have helped to close in the past. You see this very big kind of rip in the fabric of reality, and you can see that it is shimmering with different colours, the same way that the portals used to shimmer with different colours. And she is being held exactly in the middle of it. And with every beat of a heart, you can see that that portal disappears, and between heartbeats it comes back again. There are plants all around you, and they seem to be shifting and reacting to your presence. The ones nearest you seem to be lighting up a little bit more. You're beyond your anchor point. You are definitely still in Bellum. Is there anything you want to try and do? I'm going to say you're like 200 feet out from Liana. I don't know if that's really far. That seems reasonable. She's a fair distance out.
Okay. I think in that case, then Lafian's just going to, since nothing's tried to kill him, the plants don't seem to be reacting hostile.
With hostility.
Yes, with hostility. Thank you.
They just seem to have noticed your presence, or it might be the fact that you're warm and you're in the area, or it might be the fey magic in your blood, or it could be any number of reasons, but they have noticed your presence. I mean, they are just plants, but they have noticed you. They're not currently filled with malice and hatred and hostility.
Okay. In that case, then Lafian's just going to switch his focus to the... what is it? The nomadic chameleon focus, just to give him advantage on stealth if need be, and he's going to try to just not stand out until his friends join.
Okay. In that case, can I get you to make a stealth roll for me, please?
Sure. Taking a page out of Squash's book. Because mimicry is the highest form of compliments. That's not actually true, but close to. Stealth. With advantage, that is a 15. Which is not great. It's good for me.
It's not wonderful.
I only have a +3.
Fantastic for Lafian. Did you say you got a 15?
Yes.
The standing stones that are around Liana, you notice that they too begin to pulse with a colour as you kind of like duck down low and try and make as little noise as you possible, make yourself as invisible as you can make yourself under the teachings and the guidance of Squash. But you notice that the standing stones have begun to detect something. They are glowing slightly differently, and you notice that the tall slabs of stone are beginning to shift and change shape into a kind of a creature that has a large head, 2 very big arms. You can see the parting at the bottom as it begins to form legs. You don't know how exactly you've been spotted or how well, but other things are aware of your presence. I'm going to say that's probably your 10 seconds. 12 seconds. You've been noticed, I'm afraid, but... okay.
And everybody comes in, right?
All right. Yep, and everyone should be here.
Did you do it?
Hey, Guafo. I'm not telling y'all how many death saves I had to roll.
Yeah.
The maximum is 2 because it's only been roughly 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're under 100 health, so like the powered kill was just...
Oh, yeah.
Can I roll
there, no
my long rest button now, V?
I don't know, you guys are abandoning it for like 10 hours versus 10 seconds? No. No way.
How bad is everybody?
Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am like a 20.
20 dead or 20 alive?
TBD.
To be
Iguafo. Y'all find out when you come through the portal.
I gave you 10 seconds, buddy. If you manage to super kill yourself, that's not my fault.
That's no. At that point, you blame the gods for the poor door blessing that was received.
Like, how much damage does lava really do per turn?
You know, that's a good question, actually. Hold on a second.
You nerd.
No, that's actually a very good question. I never thought. Oh, wait a minute. That's a lot of damage. So the answer is 10d10 fire damage per turn.
So
anytime a creature falls into lava or starts its turn there.
Yep, lava sucks.
So Laffian would not be able to drown in lava.
No, I could. In 2 turns, that could actually kill me.
I could not.
No. Then you're not drowning in lava. Then the lava killed you by burning.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's somebody out there who's made a character who could drown in lava, even though they're not fire immune.
Me.
Are you fire immune?
No, I can't be dropped below 1 hit point.
Good point.
The 3 of you, 10 seconds later, Laffian has not appeared.
I would like to say that, like, I was ready to go through the teleporter after 10 seconds, assuming that, like, if Laffian hasn't returned, there are 2 options. He's either been completely and utterly incapacitated, or it's okay. But I want, if it's number 1, I want to be, like, ready on the teleport.
Thanks. Squash, thanks.
Yes. So basically on the 10-second mark, I'm stepping on the teleporter.
Okay. You find yourself whizzing through the air. Rhal, Zaltanna, are you 2 going straight through as well, or are you just going to hang back for Squash?
I mean, I think that we need to go through because we should, at this point, not wait any longer.
Rather than feed yourself one at a time to the eldritch horror on the other side of the door. Squash, Rhal, Zaltanna, each of you just kind of like feel that strangeness of teleportation, but as I said, the room is quite small, so there's a definite gap between each of you arriving. Which one of you wants to be last, because you will turn up in what counts as like the round after the other 2? You've already gone through, Squash. You were first.
Okay.
I'll go next.
Okay, then Rhal, you'll be technically joining us on the round after. All right. Squash, Zaltanna, you find yourself in an underground cavern that looks remarkably similar, if not the goddamn same, as the one that you saw from Rhal's part of the vision when all of you stepped through the rift to receive your vision of like what the fuck you're going to do with yourselves. The cave is absolutely massive. It is lit up by the bioluminescence of hundreds of plants crawling across the ceiling on the ground. There is a low-hanging mist which is basically hiding very small amounts of water, like big-ass puddles, and they create such a pattern on the ground that there is kind of like an island in the middle of this covered in plants. You can see that there are what look like standing stones, but 2 of them have begun to one of them has begun to transform into what looks like a big stone creature with 2 arms and 2 legs and like a big head shape. So it's beginning to like step out from being a standing stone. In the very center of this, Zaltanna, you would recognize what looks like Squash would too. You would recognize what looks like a passing portal, the kind of rip in the fabric of reality between the planes. You can see Liana. She is being held aloft by vines that wrap around her wrists and around her ankles, and she's being held up basically in the center of this portal. You can tell that there are things about her that have changed. She has 2 horns that are going back, up and back across her head. You notice that her hands are very long and claw-like, and her feet have become I say cloves, but they're not. They have become hooves. Just like onions on the bottom of feet. That's what she has.
Well, no, I think you're not far off. I think it's like cloven hooves is how it's pronounced.
Yeah, that's what I want to keep saying. But as soon as I say clove, my brain is like, of garlic. I'm like, that's not what's on her feet. It's just the hooves. And her head is tipped back, so she's not looking at any of you. And you can tell that she is like wincing in pain. Everything around you, as I said, is covered in this bioluminescent plant, and they're kind of glowing all sorts of colours, like your pinks, your blues, your purples, that sort of thing. Squash, you're about 200 feet from this, and you can see with your extreme vision, this entire cave area, by the way, is all lit up by bioluminescent lights. You can't really miss anything, but there's no, quote, like, sunlight coming in. You can see 400 feet away from you is Laffian.
Oh.
Zaltanna, you are 200 feet. You're basically exactly between the pair of them, on like kind of 200 feet also away from where Liana is. As you'll just pop into this, Laffian, where you're standing is suddenly covered in this sporous kind of emission from the plants nearby. As you see the kind of creature that has come from one of these standing stones is kind of lift and point in your direction. And I need you to please make a con saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Or 3 of you are in combat.
Okay.
So I'd like all of you to roll initiative,
Yes.
Rhal included.
Does Laffian look damaged?
Nope.
Okay, good.
He looks as fresh as the day you just said goodbye to him. So you basically like, hi, and then he's covered in this.
Well, I am damaged, but that's from prior stuff.
Yes, same here.
You're emotionally damaged.
I was, by the way, in my head, I was having this dumb fucking thought. We go through the portal. It's a bedroom. Laffian's got most of his shirt off. There's like a woman all over him, and he's like, guys, give me 10 more seconds.
No.
I know. You have Kathy. Yeah, like it's a joke. I'm imagining a funny scenario where in 10 seconds you manage to seduce and get a woman into bed. And
I
you're
appreciate.
Like, no.
Okay, I'm spending a luck point.
Let me see. Dexterity. Boop.
Okay, much better, I think. Oh wait, Zaltanna's here, right?
200 feet away.
I am.
You are 200 feet away.
Am I doing the con save?
No, just Laffian. As the two of you bamf into position, you see that Laffian's like, I'm fine. And then there is this like sporous cloud that completely covers him.
Wait, they're not next to me?
No,
No. Squash is 400 feet away from you. Zaltanna is kind of like 200 feet away from you, off to one side.
Oh,
so if you imagine
fuck.
like the points on a compass, yeah.
Okay.
The very center in between all of you is Liana's kind of little island.
Shit. All right. Well, got an 18 for con save.
Let's see. That is... Hang on, I'm just going to double check because I'm not sure that this number is right.
Okay. No, I'm about to be paralyzed.
Sounds to me like poison, but it might be paralyzed.
As this fog completely envelops you, it's a 20-foot radius sphere centered upon you. The fog, the kind of the mist, the spores that come up are kind of this awful-looking yellow-greenish fog. The area is heavily obscured and you can't really see outside of it. Squash, you can probably only just see like the shadows of him moving inside. It's pretty rough. You failed and you take 5d8 poison damage.
Ow.
Take 22 poison damage.
Ow. Not halved. I didn't succeed,
Nope.
right? Okay.
You did not succeed.
Shit.
So that was basically its go in that little, like, I've prepared and I have done, because you did the stealthy thing. All right, let's hammer out the initiative order. I'm going to have all of my plant stone things go on the same go. They did really bad. I'm so disappointed in them.
You might still
I'm
go
disappointed in them
before
too. We have to roll for initiative, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, please. All of yours.
Okay. I'm also going to do my thing. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not, because you guys are fucking a mile away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
You're very far away.
Yep.
So-
Never mind. Sorry, guys.
I've got 10 on my
Alright.
initiative. Very pathetic.
Whoa. Squash, honey.
Roll the 4.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you're not a scout rogue anymore.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Oh, shit.
How
Okay.
dare you?
What? What?
Yeah, how dare you?
You should be
How
better
dare-
than this by now.
I agree.
You're better than this, Squash. Laffian, what did you get?
I got. Oh wait, it was in the. I got a 20. Sorry.
Zaltanna, what did you get?
I got a 4.
Oh,
It's frankly what I deserve.
No. Rhal, what did you get?
I got a 10.
That's pathetic, Rhal. That's pathetic.
Okay, which one of you has the higher dexterity?
I think we have very similar. I have 23.
What if you
same.
have 23?
High five.
Oh my god.
All right, well, we're going alphabetically. Fuck you two.
I'm not here yet, so that makes sense.
Okay. Yes, that does make sense. You're not in the next round, and when you come back, you'd be going, yeah, okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. I just need to put a big asterisk there just to remind myself that you don't have a go this time. Okay, Rhal, you're still teleporting in the ether while this opening salvo happens.
I hope we're going to a spa.
Well, that was your free action on the other side, I guess. All right, top of the initiative, Laffian.
Hi.
What do you want to do? You are surrounded by a fog cloud.
Is it a poison fog cloud?
Yep, dealt poison damage.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Can I walk out of the poison fog cloud?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere. Are you walking towards where you saw your companions turn up? Are you going to back up out of it? Are you going to go to one side? Need rough ideas here.
No, I'm going to walk towards my friends.
Okay. How far do you want to move?
I'm going to move my full 30.
Okay. That basically gets you outside of the cloud kill. Like you're
Plus a
outside of that
little
sphere.
buffer room.
Yeah. And you see like Squash, 370 feet away, and you see Zaltanna like 200 feet off to the side of Liana to the right.
Cool. Clearly, we're about to get into some shit, so I'm gonna go into my spectral form.
Yep, absolutely.
So I go semi-translucent.
Yes, you do. You feel that kind of cold tug of the stalking as you do this.
I become spooky, but not the Rhal spooky. More like Danny Phantom spooky.
It's a ghost.
Yeah, I'm going ghost.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. That's all I got because that takes my action.
Yep, understandable.
I am protecting myself.
That is a you. Rhal, you're not here yet. I'm sorry, mate. You're busy watching your friends get through into this tiny little broom closet of a teleportation room. Squash, what do you want to do?
You described like a pillar man, like a golem.
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, like even with your ridiculous vision thingy, you need to be way closer to know what they actually are, but yes.
Like, are they very close to the portal?
Yes. So on the kind of island where Liana is and where the passing portal is, it is surrounded by like a ring of standing stones, and one of these standing stones has basically turned into a creature.
Okay. Is there just a lot of stones, or is there a particular number of stones?
Some.
Okay.
It's not relevant.
Just for my brain.
Yeah, that's fine.
Crossbows have a range of 60, I think, hand crossbows. So
Yeah, sounds about right.
I am going to spend my turn moving.
Okay, sounds good.
So I can bonus action dash since I am a rogue. And I can action dash, so I can actually move my full. I have movement speed of 35, so I can move
105.
Yeah, 105. Yeah, I'm going to basically move as like I'm basically just going to move like almost 100 feet, 105 feet in a straight line towards the portal, and I'm basically just going to eat whatever hit comes my way. I'm not going to stealth.
Okay.
If it happens like that, like I'm making a conscious decision that may be bad, but in my brain, it's better to get it damaged sooner than later.
Okay, you're kind of like racing in a straight-ish line towards it. Like you feel like some of the plants underneath, as you would expect, you'd be running across like a forest with like a moss on the ground. Like you feel that kind of giving way underneath you. You notice that as you're running, that the plants around you are kind of beginning to luminesce much, much more brightly around you. You kind of end up splashing through some of these misty puddles as you're making your way towards there. But that is indeed your go.
Yes.
All right, my creatures. The creature, the kind of like large standing stone creature kind of like begins to like shake out its form, and you can see that there are definitely like formed arms and legs and a head section now. It hears and notices the arrival of the three of you. It obviously had noticed Laffian on his arrival. I'm going to give you the benefit of like the fact that you were in the cloud and that you kind of spectraled on your way out, wink wink, so it doesn't really notice that you're kind of running in that straight direction towards it. It does, however, notice that Zaltanna and Squash are around. It notices by the lights that are growing even brighter around you. It turns, looks Zaltanna in the eyes, and then looks over to Squash, who is running really fast at it. You see it kind of like tip its head back, and you kind of feel the plants around you in a straight line between you and it just rise up and release spores in your direction. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm assuming you're talking to me?
Yes.
All right. Oh, come on. 15.
You take a fuck ton of poison damage.
No! I genuinely rolled a 3 on that. Oh my god, no! What is that, V? Why did you roll 12 dice?
Because that's what it told me to do. This 10-foot wide, 120-foot line of plants that it kind of forces to release their spores into the air are poisonous and thick. It's exceptionally uncomfortable. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, I'll make a Constitution saving throw. How about not fucking me this time? That's a 10. Jesus fuck.
Oh, mate. That doesn't sound good, does it?
Alright, first of all, I take half damage from the attack because it's a...
Yep. Dex-based
yes.
bullshit and you're a rogue. So what would have been 50 is now 25. Your failed Constitution throw means that you are cursed with rot.
Whoa!
The cursed target is poisoned. It cannot regain hit points. Its hit point maximum decreases by 13.
I'm putting all that information in. I have been poisoned. My hit point maximum is negative 13. Alright, that is real fucking
There's
bad.
an interesting thing that happens. Yep, okay, that's fine. This shit's bad.
Yep.
Don't die. Okay. I'm gonna say that's his go, and the others will only activate later on. I feel like I've done enough hurt on you right now. I feel bad. Alright, that's Plant Boy go. Liana just kind of like moans in pain as she realizes that there's other people. Zaltanna, you are 200 feet out from the kind of Liana Island, where there is the kind of weird stone-looking creature. You see Laffian running out of what looks like a gaseous cloud. Squash has been like smacked in the face by all these like spores that have erupted from the ground. What would you like to do now?
Attack the creature.
You are 200 feet out.
I'm gonna run towards it. I'm gonna sprint. That'll be my action.
Yes, that'll be a dash. Okay. Which I think turns your 30 into 60?
Should be.
Casey's a dwarf. Don't they have 25 in 5th edition?
Yeah, that's true. I have 25 actually, so that means that I only can run 50 feet.
Okie dokie. 50 running towards Liana Island. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the top of the round, and then we'll cut this episode when Rhal turns up, because I think that'll just be a instant con save we can just end on. Laffian, what do you want to do, bud?
Hi. It's $1 million question, isn't it? Rhal hasn't showed up yet?
Nope.
Okay. Great. Where's the rock monster?
Basically,
The rock monster is approximately 170 feet out from you
No, I couldn't
on
even...
Liana Island.
Couldn't even reach that if I tried. I'm gonna keep moving towards Zaltanna then.
Okay.
Try to get to my defender. I am slowed because I am spooky.
Okay.
But I'm going to use my action to dash. So
Okie doke.
I can travel 30 feet.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Like I'm not in range of anything else, and I don't want to waste points on teleporting around the fucking room. And then I teleport, and suddenly it's like, oh, you thought you could teleport, and it actually poofs me in front of the fucking monster. And it's like, okay, cool.
Teleportation doesn't work here. Shit.
All teleportation leads to rock monster.
I must remember that's a great mechanic. Thank you.
No.
That's my new
quickly writes
favorite.
that
All
in.
roads lead to Rome.
All roads lead to pain.
Rhal, as you're like, I hope we lead to a spa that's only a mile away, a mile and 2 feet away, you step onto the teleportation and you feel that very familiar pull through the air, through the stalking. You see your buddies just ever momentarily, and they look up from their Go Fish game. Then you find yourselves in a cabin, as I've described previously. You are approximately 200 feet from Liana Islands. You are 400 feet from Zaltanna, because she's opposite the way across to you. You've basically taken up the west position on a campus. Yeah, this is what you see before you. Squash looks kind of like, someone's throwing some mold at him. Doesn't look great. There's a big gas cloud behind Laffian, who is turned slightly transparent and running towards Zaltanna. Yeah, what do you... do you want to make a con save?
Wolvie.
Yeah?
Wolvie. It's not something I want to do. But it sure makes a hell of a lot of sense, doesn't it? So, yeah. It's a 9.
Yeah, that's not a great start, bud. All right.
But
Do your damage, and we'll see you at the next episode.
Hi everyone, Rhal here. Thank you for listening to the show. We really appreciate you. Speaking of people we appreciate, thank you so much to patron Shivari for your support. We appreciate you very much. Over the years, we've had lots of generosity coming to us from our Patreon supporters. We are a very small studio, very small show, and because a little bit actually goes a long ways to helping us, it was a very easy decision for us to offer all of our Patreon supporters ad-free content through our Patreon feed. At tiers as low as $1 a month, you can help support the show and receive the ad-free content. Our shows are made by a small group of people who just enjoy doing this as passion projects. Support from our Patreon has really helped us up the quality of what we do and get our show out to more people. So thank you all who support us. And if you would like to become a supporter and take part of all of our content ad-free, you can find us on patreon.com/Blighthouse. BLIGHT. Thanks again to our Patreon supporters, and thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.
We are The Pod Has Been Cast, a sci-fi TTRPG podcast. Join me, Jules, your Void Master, and my friends Robert, Carlos, and Bianca for our first campaign of The Void Saga. All episodes out now. It's a story about outlaw laser gunslingers, cyberpunk hackers, and robots with a lot of heart. Fans of Cowboy Bebop, the Mass Effect series, and Farscape will find plenty to enjoy here. So binge all of Campaign 1 now as we gear up for our next campaign in 2024. I'll leave you with a little glimpse of the void.
Open it up.
And I start hitting it with a wrench.
No!
Xandar's built to get everything out in one turn.
The danger sense is going off of like, there's like clearly like a threat in the room.
You see a massive dragon.
What?
A dragon about the size of the freighter itself.
Are you trying to grind my gnome? That's going to require a persuasion check.
Okay, here we go.
Are you trying to grind my gnome?
I crit failed.
Oh no! Oh no!